What if I told you that during World War II, an entire army of ghosts played a vital role in deceiving the Nazis and shaping the outcome of the war? Today, we'll uncover the top secret tactics of the Ghost Army and how they fooled the German forces with inflatable tanks, fake radio transmissions, and theatrical performances. As World War II raged on, the Allies faced a relentless struggle against the powerful forces of Nazi Germany. With the tide of battle constantly shifting, the need for a creative edge became more urgent than ever. In the shadow of the Great Conflict, a groundbreaking idea began to take shape, one that could catch the Nazis off guard and turn the tide in favor of the Allies. Ralph Ingersoll, a journalist and intelligence officer, and Colonel Billy Harris, a resourceful military leader, joined forces to turn their shared vision into reality, an unorthodox strategy to outsmart the Nazi forces. Their bold strategy was rooted in the belief that deception could be just as powerful as firepower on the battlefield. To make their vision come to life, Ingersoll and Harris sought the help of a diverse group of individuals who possessed not only military expertise, but also creativity and a flair for the dramatic. Handpicking a team of artists, actors, sound engineers, and other imaginative talents from art schools, ad agencies, and radio stations, the duo carefully selected their unconventional warriors based on the ability to think outside the box and adapt to unexpected challenges. This marked the birth of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, better known as the Ghost Army, a top-secret unit who would go on to execute some of the most daring and effective deception operations of the war. In their quest to outsmart the Nazis, the Ghost Army wielded a unique arsenal of deception, using innovative techniques that would baffle and bewilder their enemies. Visual deception was at the heart of the Ghost Army's elaborate schemes, playing a vital role in their daring operations. The unit utilized astonishingly lifelike inflatable tanks and vehicles that, from a distance, appeared indistinguishable from the real thing. These decoys were carefully crafted, incorporating precise details, and were expertly camouflaged to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. As the enemy's reconnaissance planes soared overhead, they were greeted with the sight of these formidable armored units, ready to strike at a moment's notice. Little did they know that these menacing forces were nothing more than airfield facades, masterfully designed to deceive and distract. The Ghost Army's skilled members would often work under the cover of darkness, swiftly setting up these deceptive displays in strategic locations. As the sun rose, the stage was set, and the Nazis would find themselves lured into a world of illusion and misdirection, playing right into the hands of the cunning Ghost Army. The impressive visual deception didn't end with the inflatable tanks and vehicles. The Ghost Army also made use of dummy artillery, fake aircraft, and even counterfeit campsites, complete with laundry hanging out to dry, creating an immersive deception that extended far beyond the battlefield. These elaborate illusions not only confounded the enemy, but also bought precious time and opportunities for the Allies to strike. As the Ghost Army's visual deception unfolded, they simultaneously employed sonic deception to further confound the enemy. This auditory trickery relied on manipulating sound to create a convincing illusion of large troop movements. Utilizing advanced audio equipment and powerful speakers, the Ghost Army crafted realistic soundscapes, imitating tanks, engines, and bustling activity. These sonic illusions echoed across the front lines, convincing Nazi troops they faced a formidable foe. Unsuspecting enemies listened intently to the phantom sounds of marching divisions, anxiously preparing for an assault that would never materialize. As the Ghost Army masterfully employed visual and sonic deception, they completed their trifecta of subterfuge with yet another cunning strategy: radio deception. This third prong of their elaborate approach involved the use of fake transmissions to mislead the enemy even further. Skilled radio operators within the Ghost Army would carefully craft and transmit fabricated messages, mimicking the tone and content of genuine military communications. These false transmissions were specifically designed to ensnare Nazi eavesdroppers, convincing them they had intercepted sensitive and vital information about the Allies' troop movements and strategies. As the enemy scrambled to decode and interpret these phantom messages, they would unknowingly follow a trail of breadcrumbs, leaving them further and further away from the truth. The Ghost Army's expertise in radio deception sowed seeds of confusion and doubt in the minds of the Nazis, keeping them off balance and vulnerable. Together, the visual, sonic, and radio deception tactics formed a potent combination that allowed the Ghost Army to manipulate the battlefield like puppet masters, expertly controlling the flow of information. With each deceptive maneuver, they left the enemy scratching their heads in a perpetual state of disarray, wondering how they'd been outsmarted yet again. By the way, most of the photos you see in this video have been colorized using the Reimagine app. With this app, you can scan your photo albums and automatically scale them up and make them come to life. Follow the link in the description to try it for free. If you do so, you also support our channel. In order to pull off their daring deceptions, the Ghost Army understood the crucial need for absolute secrecy. Their true identities and missions were so closely guarded that even other allied units remained unaware of their presence and purpose. To maintain this level of secrecy, the Ghost Army adopted extreme measures to prevent any information leaks. The soldiers' constant vigilance was a key component of this, and they adhered to a strict, no-talking rule about their unit's activities, even when interacting with fellow Allied personnel. This code of silence extended beyond the battlefield as well. The Ghost Army's base of operations was carefully hidden away, with the troops avoiding public areas whenever possible. They lived and worked in isolated pockets of secrecy, eschewing any unnecessary contact that might jeopardize their cover. In addition, the Ghost Army employed numerous tactics to throw off any would-be spies or infiltrators, such as double passwords and fake documentation. This web of secrecy was a critical component of the Ghost Army's success, ensuring that their deception remained shrouded in mystery, and that their true identities and activities remained hidden from prying eyes. Through their dedication to secrecy and their extreme measures to prevent leaks, the Ghost Army's tricks remained safe from detection, and their deception tactics continued to confound and misdirect the enemy, something that contributed immensely to some of the most important battles of World War II. Ghost Army member Freddie Fox described his unit as a traveling roadshow that went up and down the front lines, impersonating the real fighting outfits. The Ghost Army's unique approach to warfare was unconventional, to say the least, but their unconventional tactics were backed up by impressive skills and intelligence, with the unit reportedly having one of the Army's highest collective IQs, averaging at 119. This intelligence and creativity were put to the test during Operation Fortitude and Operation Viersen, where the deceptions proved instrumental in diverting the enemy's attention and resources away from the actual locations and movements of Allied forces. In Operation Fortitude, the operation's goal was to deceive the Germans into thinking that the Allies would launch a major invasion in the Pas-de-Calais region, far from the actual landing site at Normandy. The Ghost Army implemented their deceptive tactics. They deployed lifelike inflatable tanks and vehicles, creating a convincing illusion of a massive armored unit. The Germans, seeing this decoy force, were convinced that the Allies were preparing to launch a major attack and diverted resources to defend that area. The Germans were so convinced that the real invasion was coming elsewhere, they were slow to respond to the Normandy landing. This gave the Allies a crucial advantage, allowing them to establish a beachhead and begin their advance across Europe. The Ghost Army's deceptive maneuvers worked, and it turned out to be a critical turning point in the war effort, providing the Allies with a strategic advantage that ultimately contributed to the end of the war. The Ghost Army may have disbanded at the end of World War II, but their legacy continues to live on, with their groundbreaking tactics continuing to shape the art of military deception to this day. In the years following World War II, the lessons learned from the Ghost Army's innovative approach to warfare became an integral part of military strategy. From the Korean War to the Gulf War, deception and misdirection played a key role in a wide range of conflicts, with the tactics pioneered by the Ghost Army serving as a blueprint for success. In fact, the Ghost Army's approach to visual deception has become so influential that it's even been adopted by civilian organizations, such as amusement parks and film studios, to create realistic, immersive environments. For example, at theme parks like Disney World and Universal Studios, inflatable props are often used to create lifelike environments for popular rides and attractions. But the legacy of the Ghost Army extends far beyond theme parks, museums and history books. Their story serves as a testament to the power of creativity and ingenuity, and a reminder that sometimes the most effective weapon in warfare isn't firepower or brute strength, but the power of the mind. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more fascinating historical content.